Hi, and welcome to episode number 1 of Ask Ian. My name is Ian Westerman. I'm the head pro at EssentialTennis.com, and today we're going to be answering a question from Mr. Baumcom, I believe, on YouTube. He wrote to me and said, "Hey Ian, I'm getting to a point in my tennis career where almost all the balls I hit are very fast pace. This can be a good thing, but now I am noticing that when my opponent takes the pace off the ball and gives me a floater, I don't know what to do and usually end up hitting the losing shot. If I'm on the receiving end of this ball in a match, how should I approach the shot and what kind of shot should I hit back?" Well, it's a great question, and the vast majority of recreational players or club level players struggle against this type of opponent. So Baumcom, do not feel badly about this. Don't be embarrassed. It's a very, very common mistake to struggle against a pusher type player or retriever or just a defensive type player. It just gets everything back in, but not without a lot of pace to work with. So to answer your question specifically, what kind of shot should you hit back? Ideally, you should be hitting back something offensive or aggressive, or at the very least confident. The problem that club players have with this type of shot is they see the incoming ball, they see that it doesn't have a lot of pace, and they kind of have two choices in their mind. They think, all right, well, clearly the ball is just sitting there. I have an opportunity now to try to hit something hard and aggressive and try to win the point. But do I really want to risk that? They don't quite have the confidence to go for it. Sorry about that, because I'll have to silence my phone in future episodes. So they get a little bit of anxiety, and they don't want to make that embarrassing mistake of making the error when they know they're receiving an easy shot, right? That being said, you need to work on this. You need to drill your ability to create your own pace and not have to rely on your opponent to give you pace to have to work with. This is a big stepping stone for a lot of players moving from like around the 4.0 level here in the US, the NTRP scale, 4.0 to 4.5, right around there. There's a lot of times this plateau that players have for this very reason. They struggle generating their own pace confidently and doing it with consistency. There's a lot of tennis players out there that can hit the ball hard. There's a lot of tennis players that can hit the ball consistent, but there's not many that can do both at the same time. So how do you do that? This will be the last point that I make here. Well, the way you do that is by learning how to shape your shots, by learning how to curve your shots. And that's why topspin is so vital if you want to become a high-level player. You can make curve and you can make shape by hitting the ball softly, but if you want to hit the ball aggressively and have shape to it, which is what gives it consistency and safety, you can clear the net by a good margin and still have the ball curved down into the court. If you want to be able to do both, hit it with shape and aggression, then you need to be able to hit with topspin. So work on your topspin ground strokes, Baumcom, both on your forehand and your backhand side. Work on your ability to be able to swing at those confidently and aggressively and freely and be able to just swing out and know that you're making a good swing. Doesn't mean you're going to make it every time, but you need to be able to do it consistently to be able to beat this type of player. Otherwise, the pusher, the player who just gets everything back, will always be a problem for you. So thank you so much for writing in with your question. I really appreciate it. If you're watching right now and you'd like me to answer a question for you about technique or strategy or the mental game or fitness or equipment or anything else tennis related, leave your question right down below this video. I'll do my best to get to it. I won't be able to answer every question, but hopefully in an episode of Ask Ian in the near future, I'll be answering a question for you. Subscribe to my channel here on YouTube so that you don't miss out on any future episodes of Ask Ian. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon.